Hello everyone, I think you are doing great in your life. So today we are again on the same topic, cell. And today students we will discuss about the shape and structure and size of the cell. So first we will discuss about the shape of the cell. So there are the different shape of the cells are found. Means it totally depends on the type of the cell from which it belongs. Means it is animal cell or plant cell or bacterial cell. It depends on the organisms. Like the complex organisms have the different type of cell according to their tissues, because the tissues are made up of cell. So in that there are the two type of the cell. Some have the fixed shape and some have the unfixed shape. So the cell that have the fixed shape are mainly plants and the animal cell, like bone cell, blood cell, muscular cell, plant cell. What they have students fixed shape. Now we come on the unfixed shape. As you have read about the amoeba in the 8th class. Amoeba has irregular shape, and with the help of its irregular shape, it can catch or it can remove its waste material. Means it can catch the food and it can remove its waste material with the help of changing of its shape. So amoeba cell is an example of unfixed shape, and white blood cell is another example of unfixed shape of the cell, student. So there are the two different type of the cell according to the shape, fixed shape or unfixed shape, student. Now we come on the size. As you know that the cell have very small size. With the help of naked eye, we can't see them. So that size is measured. With the help of one physical quantity unit, that is micrometer, student. 1 micrometer is equal to 1000 millimeter, student. So the size of the cell is measured by which unit? Yes, tell me. So it is micrometer, student. Now we come on the next topic, that is according to the size of the cell. There are some examples that are generally asked in the science competitive exam, like which cell is the longest cell? Yes. Tell me. So it is nerve cell, student. Nerve cell are the longest cell. And which cell is the largest cell, student? Yes, you are right. It is ostrich egg cell. Third is, which cell is the smallest in size, or which cell have the smallest size? So what is it? Yes, it is mycoplasm. Mycoplasm is also known as PPLO. And this mycoplasm cause one disease to the small age child, and that disease is known as pneumonia. Means it is respiratory infectious disease, student. So it is about the shape and size of the cell. Now we will discuss about the structure of the cell. Mainly in the cell there are three components are found. First is cell's boundary. It is cell wall or cell membrane or both. It is its component that are known as organelles. It is its control center, that is nucleus. So now we will discuss one by one these components, student? So student, if we speak about the structural organization of a cell, then what will we find? That a cell is the teeny mass of protoplasm and surrounded by a membrane. And in this, it contains the different components like cell wall or plasma membrane. Second is nucleus, the control center of the cell. Cytoplasm means the fluid-like structure that provides the fluidity to the cell and helping diffusion and osmosis. So what are the diffusion and osmosis? We will discuss in the next segment. Next is organelles. There are the small components are found inside the cell, student. Those are small components or the parts have the different function and help in the division of labor. And about them we will also discuss one by one. So first we will discuss about the plasma membrane and cell wall, student. So students, the cell have the boundary around it and it is differ according to the plant and animal cell. Plants have two boundaries in the form of cell wall and cell membrane. Means they have the two boundaries, students. First is cell wall. It is cell wall. And in inner side they have the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. But in the case of animals and microorganisms or protozoas or unicellular organisms, there is only boundary that is found in the cell, that is plasma membrane, student. So there are the two boundaries. First is cell wall, second is cell membrane or plasma membrane. In the plant cell there are both present, cell wall and cell membrane, but in animal cell only cell membrane is present, student. Now what they do, what is their function? They separate the cell from their surrounding and they also separate them from other cell. Now if we speak about the other difference, then cell wall is found outside the cell and cell membrane is found outside in the animal cell, but in inner side in the plant cell, student. If we speak about the strength, then the cell wall provides the strength to the plant cell due to its rigid nature. Means the cell wall have rigidity, but cell membrane have the flexibility. Next difference is cell wall is made up of cellulose, students. They are made up of cellulose. It is most important question. From which biochemical substance they are made up of? They are made up of cellulose. And cell membrane is made up of lipid and protein. So it is the biochemical difference in between these two boundaries. Now we come on the function. It is permeable, means cell wall is permeable. Permeable means it allows all the substances to enter inside the cell. But cell membrane is selectively permeable, means it selects the substance to enter or exit. That's why the plasma membrane is known as selectively permeable membrane. Next is, it helps the plant to stand up straight. Means cell wall provides the rigidity from which it provides the strength. But cell membrane provides the flexibility, and this flexibility is very helpful in the case of unicellular organisms. As you have read about the amoeba does its motion with the help of cell membrane, student, because that cell membrane is flexible and helps it in motion, from which it catches the food. So it is about the cell wall and the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Now we come on the function of plasma membrane. It is most important topic, and this movement that helps the cell, that movement is known as osmosis. So osmosis is done by the cell with the help of plasma membrane, because the plasma membrane allows exit or entry the substance. If the substance enter in the cell, inside the cell, and from which the cell swell, that process is known as endoosmosis. If the substance or the waste substance are removed from the cell, from which they are removed or exit, that process is known as exoosmosis. And that exoosmosis and endoosmosis depends on the surrounding of the cell. Means the dead cell is found in which surrounding. So for that we can take one example. At your home you can take the resin. Resin means kismis you can take. 4 or 5 resins if you will put in a glass containing the water, then after some time, means after 4 or 5 hours, what will you observe? That all those resin or the kismis, they swell. So they swell due to the endoosmosis, student. Now those swelled resins, if you will put in the sugar solution, then after 4 or 5 hours, what will you observe? That those resin, swelled resins, again shrink or the contract. They contract due to the exoosmosis. So endoosmosis and exoosmosis is done with the help of plasma membrane, and it is the most important function of it. That's why it is also known as selectively permeable membrane. So it is about the cell wall, cell membrane, osmosis, exoosmosis and endoosmosis. There is another process is also taken place, and in that selectively permeable membrane does not play an important role. That process I also want to tell you, that is diffusion, student. Means all the cells also do the respiration, student, with the help of one particular organ that is found inside the cell, that is mitochondria. So in the process, when the carbon dioxide is removed, then that carbon dioxide is removed with the help of diffusion. And what is the diffusion? Diffusion is done in the case of gaseous substance, and in which they move from higher concentration to the lower concentration. So students, it is about osmosis, diffusion and cell wall and cell membrane. I think that you have cleared all these topics. So thank you very much.